The problem with that conceptually is that it's all beyond democratic control. There's no way to vote out, whoever, George Soros or Larry Fink or whatever. There's just kind of, right?
Right. He was this close to identifying the problem. Imperialism. Like literally this close. But as always, not close enough. You see, that video was taken from an interview that Tucker Carlson recently had with former State Department official Mike Benz on the subject of big state-affiliated NGOs that have taken over the US foreign policy machine and which are powerful enough to stand in open defiance of Donald Trump's draining of the swamp. And yes, not even voting for the human equivalent of an orange hacksaw has been enough to leave more than a passing impression on the deep state mangrove swamp. Take something that happened in Uganda last week, for example. So the local US embassy apparently decided to create a training program for East African journalists to learn about Russian misinformation and how to combat it, which, as we know, is code language for everything we don't like is you know what. But that's not even the problem. The problem is that the journalists who took part in this program were told to keep everything about this event secret. They were told not to post about it on their social media and to avoid answering any questions about it if asked. During the program itself, they were warned not to record or document anything that they saw or heard. And according to more than one participant, they were electronically surveilled throughout the one-week program to make sure they didn't record anything. Not even the Ugandan government was meant to know anything about this event which took place on Ugandan soil. And if that screams foreign intelligence operation to you, you're absolutely right. How do I know this? Because one of the participants leaked the event program to me. And I spent a few hours reading up on the profiles of the American program facilitators. Spoiler alert, they're all CIA. Take this facilitator, Ellen Massey, for example. She happens to work as a senior diplomat at the US Embassy in Kampala. So she's definitely CIA. Then there's Mark Duerksen, who works as a research associate at the Africa Center for Strategic Studies, which is a research institute under the US Department of Defense. So he's CIA affiliated. Then there's Caitlin Deering-Scott, who works as a director of whatever the hell that is, at the International Republican Institute, which is essentially a subsidiary of the CIA's evil younger brother, Ned. That Ned. And then there's Anna Reisman, who is a country director at Konrad Adenauer Stiftung, a German political foundation that has worked hand in glove with the CIA since the Cold War. So she's basically CIA with extra steps. And so it happened that despite Mr. Trump's much publicized gutting or trimming of USAID, the US Agency for Global Media, NED, and even the State Department, CIA information warriors wielding cell phone signal jammers are still traveling around the world recruiting African journalists into their secret information wars and getting them to keep secrets from their own governments by signing weird non-disclosure agreements. Also, bonus point, Ned is apparently back from the dead, and Elon Musk has stepped down from the Department of Government Efficiency. Maybe one day the American swamp will be drained, but that day, unfortunately, is not today.